Good afternoon, sports fans or NFL watchers. Halfway through the early games, or late games on a Sunday, on any given Sunday, it's about 5:30 in the East, and it's after that tragic events of Pittsburgh. They actually won a game finally. I'm over it already because what really matters, my favorite division in semi-pro football, what was once the NFC East, now the cesspool of really bad football team. Listen, if Carolina, those 5-9 Panthers, can hang on to a 17-point lead down in D.C., and the Eagles beat the Cowboys, which, they both suck, so one of them's got to win. But let's just say it just goes like it looked like it's going to go. Can you see them coaches next week for the pep talk? Head coaches of professional football. All right, guys, we got this. Remember what the goal is. Win the division. All we have to do is make sure we don't lose the 10th game on the skip. Have 10 losses, and we're the champs. But coach, I didn't, these guys aren't the smartest knives, and they're not good at math. They can break down zone defenses and double shifts and wing tees and roll the coverage and inverted zones and crossing routes and flea flickers and safeties and onside kicks and double reverses and shell coverage and man in motion and referees making bet. But coach, there's only 16 games, right, coach? Yeah, 16. But didn't you say, coach, as long as we don't lose 10 games, right? How'd that work, coach? Well, you see, the Washington, the team they used to call the FORE SKINS, they ain't very good. And if they lose today, they got 10 losses. They'll be 6-10. There's a team in the Meadowlands, they play in New Jersey. You see the Giants, used to call them the G-men, the Midgets. If they don't win today, they have 10 losses. Actually, I think they'd have 11. But America's team, rah, Uncle Jerry's team, the inept Cowboys with the hot cheerleaders that had to fire their coach because he was terrible. They got God's gift of coaching, man. They got Ezekiel Elliott. They got Zach Descott, who got hurt, unfortunately, who wants more money for getting hurt. If they lose, they got 10. Who'd I miss? The Eagles. Just 3 years removed from being the Super Bowl champions. Remember that tie way back in the beginning this year? That coach, Mr. Peterson, is a freaking genius. They said, let's go for the win. Let's take the tie. But coach, you played to win the game. Fellas, just whole divisions suck. Thank God we don't have to play Clemson or Alabama every week. Because we might not get the 5 or 6 wins we got. Now, I know they could beat Notre Dame or Ohio State because those two teams ain't that good anyhow. But if they had to play Clemson and Alabama every week, I bet you Clemson and Alabama win a couple games. A bunch of college kids could beat these teams. Well, it is early on Sunday, so you never know. It might not unfold the way it looks like it, but boy, wouldn't that be epic if we go into next week with, let's see here. The DC football team will be 7-9, or that ain't right. They would be 6-9, and they play a division game against the Eagles, I believe. The Dallas football team would already be 5-10. The Giants are already 5-10. Though Dallas would be 6-9 as well. And them Eagles, them upstart Eagles, would be 5-9-1. So they beat the Redskins or the DC team. That means they finish 6-9 and 1 tie, and everybody else got 10 losses or more. And then they get to go to the playoffs as a 4th seed. There's 7 playoff teams in the NFC, and they would get a 4th seed. a 9-loss football club with a tie. This ain't like they played 80-some games and they got 9 losses. You see what I'm saying? A 6-9-1 football team will get rewarded for being a division winner of shit. Your leg, people, not mine. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because I don't care.